So, Trevor Green, the day of reckoning. You're finally going to, you've reached a crossroads in your career where you have to make a decision on what you're doing with your racing.
Yeah, sort of, Wade. It's not really going to be my decision. I've sort of been taken out of my hands, unfortunately. After the accident we happened here, I think it was the second last race, wasn't really a major accident at all, and I tagged that back again, and I knew I got it again. When I've had crashed over the last 3 years, I've jagged it a few times, and I've sort of just gone and seen the doctors and then escaped or done a runner and just sort of tried to heal myself. But I did get it again, and went back home after the final race here. I actually got Chatty Light to fill in for us, and when I got it checked out, and I sort of lied through my teeth trying to keep myself racing. But the orthopaedic surgeon and my local doctor, Dr. Rodder in Adelaide, they've looked at it and they've sent me for scan after bone density scan after CT scan, and unfortunately they've said that that's it. We looked at all different avenues of what could be done to calcium cement the fractures and do this and that, everything we could to keep racing. And I've tried, like I said, I've lied through my front teeth virtually to try and keep racing, but they've come back and said, that's it.
You must be gutted.
Oh, totally. I wanted to keep racing until I was at least 50. Max is still out there running at 56, and definitely gutted. It's been 4 or 5 weeks now since I've known. I've sort of kept it myself, let my family know, let some close friends and sponsors know, and first off, you're a bit angry. You get a bit pissed off with it all, and
because it's not on your terms.
No, it's not on my terms. Like, you never want to quit racing. I never want to stop racing. Not on your terms. You want to go out how you want to go out. So, like I said, I virtually begged with them, can we try this? Can we try that? And they've just come back and said, listen, it's their reputation's on the line, and they've explained to me in no uncertain terms how lucky I've been and how close I am to something quite bad happening to me.
So if you crashed again, there's a possibility of what?
Well, they said at best we'd be not walking. So what's happened was, back in 2009, we crashed at Toowoomba, and I fractured L1 and 2, and they're the two biggest vertebrae you've got in your back. And what they believe has happened, as they've explained to me, is all the calcium and all the goodness and vitamin D and everything in your back goes down to that fracture and help heal it. And because L1 and 2 are the two biggest vertebrae there is, it weakens the back. I think you're at Warrnambool, 3 or 4 years ago, when I've crashed again. I thought, oh no, I've got it again. They've lifted the car up and got us out. Went to the hospital. They said it had broken again. Well, we thought in the same spot. I'd done a runner from the hospital, escaped. I said, I'll get it checked out. Went home, didn't do anything, put the brace back on, and just tried healing myself. And we come back racing and sort of didn't follow it up. Then again, just before Christmas this year, we went to Warrnambool and we've taken another crash, and God, I've got it again. I think you see me here just before Christmas. I was in quite a lot of pain. Again, didn't follow it up. Just wanted to keep racing. I didn't want to know what I knew already. Sort of knew. And so then once again, that second last night, it wasn't even a major crash, and I knew I'd got it again. So since then, we've been through all the procedures where all the CT scans, and then they made me have a bone density scan because I worried about the condition of my back. And it's through that time they could virtually pinpoint every fracture that we've got in my back and when it had happened. So when I got the full report on everything, it's like opening up the form guide at Rosehill. There's that many fractures. I think it's like 10 fractures in total over a 3-year period, and it's getting higher and higher and higher. It started at L1 and 2, T12, T11, T10, 9, 8, now 4, 5, 6. So the initial fractures were compression fractures, and the last 6 fractures have been wedging fractures. And what that means is the compressions are vertical, the wedge fractures are horizontal, and the bones are actually collapsing on top of each other. So there's virtually no shock absorber left in my back. So you've got a vertebrae that's like that, and when you get a wedging fracture, they collapse. and then one's and they just keep collapsing on top of each other. So yeah, they've left me in no uncertain terms of what will happen if it happens again, and I was willing to take the chance with this with the bone cement, the calcium cement, to try and fix it, and we were nearly set to do that, and then they've called me back in and said, no, we're not going to do that. It's their reputation's on the line, and they believe that's it.
There would be a message in this for other drivers, particularly younger ones as well, that you have probably, by running from these situations, you've put yourself in an enormously risky position. And I guess that's a lesson that other people need to take from this, that you're very fortunate you're standing here in our office, but there's a chance at one point that you might not have been able to do that.
Yeah, true.
We know how stubborn you are. We know how much you love racing.
That's all I know. I don't know any different way. Like, since I've been 7, I've raced mini bikes, motocross, midgets, sprint cars. I don't know anything else. So, and true. First of all, I didn't know how bad it is, or how bad it's got. My bone density is 0.09 down on where it should be, and that's contributed to it as well as much as anything. Having such a major break in 2009, it's really weakened the whole system. And it's been like a pyramid effect, like 3 years ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and each time it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So, yeah, it is something that everyone should be wary of, especially the people that have had the injury as well. And there's just been so many back vertebrae fractures in the last 5 or 6 years. Like currently, Jason Johnson's got one. Brad Keller's got one. Brighton's had one, Mitchell Dunstey's had one, Danny Smith. So it is an ongoing concern. It's something that everyone needs to be looking at to try and find better cures for it, better prevention. I know Jeannie Butler does a terrific job, and it's probably without her seats I probably would be in a wheelchair, because they do such a good job. So it's disappointing, and it's like you always want to go in your own terms, but I'm also very, very fortunate and very thankful.
You're always known for a good story, Trevor. You're always a funny story, and I have to get you to explain the Warrnambool story, because it involved you and I with a text message system. Just explain what happened with Warrnambool. Yeah,
well, Warrnambool, we flipped, and I knew I'd got my back again, and they lifted us up and they got us out and got to the hospital. And I know my phone was going crazy. I just sort of really wanted to let you know, let everyone know that
it was a World Series round, wasn't it?
It was a World Series round.
Yep.
That I was okay, to let everyone know I'm alright, I'm going to be alright, I've just jagged it, nothing's wrong. I knew there was something wrong, but just let people know it wasn't. And I said, God damn, the nurses are horrible. They're ugly as hatful of assholes. And then you idiot, said it over the PA.
I read the text message because I knew the fans would want to know how you were feeling.
Yeah, so then old Hilda with the big ass injections come in and she goes, you've been paying us out telling them we were ugly at the track, and she goes, whack, and
So they obviously had someone in the crowd that knew the nursing staff and had texted them.
Yeah, the head of the nursing staff was there, and so I got back and they pretty well were giving it to me. And then I ended up escaping from there, but they wanted to do this and do that, and I sort of knew what it was. I said, look, just let me out of here. I just wanted to go home. And then I didn't follow it up. I just done my own thing, and in hindsight, that's another thing that's come back to haunt me.
So in some respects, you're a very lucky man, Trev.
Oh, absolutely. I'm lucky I've got to race as long as I have. Me, Mouse and Steve set out in 1988 and started doing, racing, got our first midget, and we really didn't have much money to be doing it, but we done it somehow between us. And then we went and got a sprint car in 1996 and told John Hughes we're going to do World Series, and he laughed at us. So off we went and on our own back and went to Kalgoorlie, Claremont and Bunbury our first year, and I think we had one spare wing and we had one spare front end, and we told John Hughes we're going to do World Series. He thought that was quite funny. So but yeah, we ended up doing it. I think we ended up 5th or 6th that year. We won a World Series round 4 races in, so there's been plenty of good times, and I would never change nothing.